Okay, everyone, we are going to have our Olympians head down in just a second. Again, I am your host, one of your hosts, Elisa Hernandez. We have Ali Kay with us as well. She's going to come to the stage in just a second. We also have Wild Wing from the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, clearly they're more excited to see you than me, but it's okay. It's okay. So we want to hype you guys up because we need to be loud and proud for all the Olympians that are coming down. So the best way to do that is to give out free stuff. So we have Wild Wing here, and we need you guys to get hyped and loud because he has free T-shirts. So let's see. You got to get louder than that. All right, Wild Wing. Who do you have? Who do you have? Who's first? Who's first? Oh, nice catch. All right, we have a few more. We have a few more. Okay, let's see. We have 3 more shirts. Okay, let me see. While I'm gonna throw one. Just let's see. All right. Who's loud? Okay, let's see. Interception right there. All right, Wild Wing. Let's see. Let's get them all out. Let's get loud, guys. We have the Olympians coming down in just a second. Let me know when I can go. We got to keep this. All right, we have 2 more. Let's get loud. Wild Wing. You have some good aim. Let's make some noise for Wild Wing. He's really the third host and the star of the show. So we're gonna welcome our Olympians in just a second, but we need you guys to have that same energy. That was a trial run for you guys. So we need you guys to be louder as we announce these amazing athletes coming down the stairs. They're gonna be coming down from the escalators right behind you. And again, we wanna thank you guys again for coming to our Olympic send-off. Thank you to everyone that's here, all of our sponsors, and the Orange County Sports Commission for obviously helping putting this together. And I'm really excited to welcome our Olympians. We're gonna cue our music in just a second. And we wanna welcome 2-time fencing Pan American Games gold medalist, 2-time individual world championship medalist, and 2021 Team Olympic bronze medalist, Nick Itkin. 2000 Summer Olympics and 1999 Pan American Games gold medalist swimmer, Staciana Winfield. Pretty in the pink. Team Pan American champion and 2-time Olympian and 2016 Team Olympic bronze medalist fencer Miles Chamley-Watson. From the women's national volleyball team, please welcome three-time gold medalist player and women's volleyball head coach, Karch Curai. Olympic gold medalist and FIVB MVP, Annie Drews. Two-time Pan American Cup medalist and outside hitter, Avery Skinner. Named best setter at the 2021 Tokyo Olympic Games and Olympic gold medalist, Jordan Poulter. From the men's national volleyball team, please welcome bronze medalist middle blocker, Max Holtz. Bronze medalist setter, Micah Christensen. Bronze medalist opposite, Matt Anderson. Bronze medalist libero, Eric Shoji. Two-time Olympic swimming champion and City of Mission Viejo City Council member, Brian Goodell. Everyone here, let's make some noise for these amazing athletes and these amazing Olympians that are here on the stage. Wild Wing, let's get these fans hyped up. USA, let's hear it for these amazing athletes. They started chanting up here, guys. Let's hear it. USA, 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 USA. Let's make some noise again for these amazing Olympians here with us today. We are so excited you guys are here with us today. So excited that these Olympians are spending time with us here today as well. It's amazing to see so many amazing athletes and talent. I've never felt shorter, but it's okay. It's okay. So we do have a very special guest that I want to introduce you guys with. We have Anthony Bredeman here. He's the executive director of the Orange County Sports Commission, who helped put on this amazing event today. So I'm going to pass the mic here to Anthony.
Hello there. Well, I'm thrilled to have everybody out here. It's amazing, great turnout. We planned this within like 2 months, so pretty good. Lots of USA fans here, so even better. But this wouldn't have been possible with some of the tremendous leadership that we received from the City Council of Anaheim. So I want to introduce you to Mayor Aiken, as well as Councilmember Meeks, to give some brief welcoming remarks to everybody.
Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? Okay, I love taking that picture when I decided to scooch down and they were like, you don't need to do that. You are not Olympic size, you are fun size. So thank you everyone so much for being here and welcome to Anaheim. Anaheim has a deep history and deep roots in sports. Not only across the street do we have our amazing Stanley Cup winning Anaheim Ducks. I see Wild Wing in the house. Across the street we also have Anaheim Stadium where our Angels play. But we have been known for so many other things. We were a host Olympic site in 1984 for wrestling at the Anaheim Arena. We have had football. We've had martial arts. If you go to Anaheim Stadium, you might see monster trucks flying through. I think that's a sport. And so we have had such a real storied history in Anaheim. And so it is just with such great pleasure to be able to look at these world-class athletes and send them off and let them know that you have all the love, all the support from Team Anaheim for Team USA. So big round of applause for these guys. And I also want to give a shout out to our Paralympians for being such an inspiration to our Anaheim families, to our Anaheim kids, that shows sports is for everyone. And I think that's such an important message that we need to send out into our community. So as we wish you and send you off, please know, good luck. Go Team USA. And I'd like to introduce my council colleague, Council Member Natalie Meeks.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, thank you all for being here. This is such an amazing, inspirational event. Love meeting all the athletes, and their connection to Anaheim is truly inspiring to me, to the rest of the council, and hopefully what this is about is getting out the word to the rest of Anaheim, whether they're children or adults, and making sure that they understand they are part of the history that you guys will be making in a couple of weeks. So this is something that, as a kid, I remember watching the Olympics, and when I was a kid, there wasn't as much on TV, right? So we all watched the same thing, and we were glued to our TV for 2 weeks straight watching the Olympics and watching people participate at the highest level in sports maybe we knew nothing about. But here was an opportunity to be introduced to these sports, to learn something new. And after those 2 weeks, I mean, everyone was locked in their house watching TV for a couple weeks. People would be out in the summer, and they would be trying some new sport. They would have a new piece of sports equipment. They would be signing up for some new class. And this is the kind of inspiration and voice I want to give to the Olympics again. I mean, I think that it hasn't had as strong a voice, and I want to make sure that we do everything we can, that Olympics has that voice, that you guys have that voice to inspire the young people, even the old people. Try something new. You don't have to be a champion. When I was out, doing a ribbon cutting a couple of months ago at our new fencing facility, which I didn't even know we had until I got invited to the ribbon cutting. It is a state-of-the-art fencing facility. I knew nothing about it, and got there, and it was so amazing, and they were so welcoming, and I learned a couple of fencing moves. I got my on guard. Okay, Miles is like telling me I'm probably doing it wrong, but that's okay, yeah. But they have classes for kids, they have camps, they have classes for adults. So try something new, It's important for everyone to be out and to participate in activity. I'm a real passion about staying active, learning new things, doing new things. And so you guys are part of inspiring all the generations, from the young people to the seniors, of get out there and move and try something new. And this is what can happen. I mean, I don't know what first got you into the sports that you're in, whether it's volleyball or fencing or water polo or whatever, but there was a moment in time when you said, that's my thing. And you've dedicated your life to that, and I find that truly inspiring, and you've reached the highest levels. I am just amazed and in awe of all of you, and so proud that you are part of Anaheim and part of Olympic history and part of Anaheim history. So very excited to have you here today. I want to give a shout out to them. I also want to thank the Orange County Sports Commission and the OC Vibe for helping put this together, because I was the one that brought it up a couple of months ago to the city council and said, hey, we have these Olympic athletes. I want to showcase them. I want to have Anaheim pride in our Olympians, and not just our professional sports, but these people. And so yeah, they helped, and OC Vibes stepped right up and made this event possible. So excited to have you here, excited to partner with them, and totally looking forward to those victory parades on Main Street. So we'll have to get Disney in on this too, okay? So thank you for being here.
Thank you again to Councilwoman Meeks and Mayor Atkin for all the amazing words. We're, again, so grateful that you guys are here, and we're excited for the next panel that's going to come up because we're going to talk about the road to the Olympics. We're going to set that up in just a second behind me. But first, I want to welcome the second host that's here with me today. You might have seen her at Anaheim Ducks games as the in-game host. She's not only a colleague, but a really good friend of mine, Allie Kay. Let's make some noise.
Thank you so much, Elisa. Hi, everyone. Good morning, or almost good afternoon. How's everyone doing? We're excited to be here. It's officially the road to the Olympics. Well, we're almost there, actually. So we're going to dive into some fun conversations. I'm really excited to be here today. My name is Allie. Like she said, I work right across the street right here at Honda Center as the in-arena host for the Anaheim Ducks. And today we're talking all things Team USA, and I'm really excited to bring up a few members of Team USA Volleyball to chat a little bit about the road to the Olympics, what that looks like, and what we have to look forward to as well. So without further ado, I'd love to welcome up Karch Kurai, head coach of Team USA Volleyball Women's Team, Jordan Poulter, Max Holt, and Eric Shogi. Eric Shogi, there we go. Come on up. How is everyone? Welcome.
We are pumped.
Are we on? Do we need to do a mic check?
We're leaving.
Good?
Our
Okay.
women's indoor team is leaving in 1 week. The men are leaving in just a few days and can't wait to get after it in Paris.
I was going to say, the final stretch, we're here basically, right? How is everyone feeling? Jordan, are you ready?
I think every day it's getting more real for each of us, just what this experience means. And for those of us who had the privilege of competing in the last Olympics, I think we're looking forward to a little bit more of a, community experience with having fans and family and friends in the stands.
It's going to be great, right? The energy is going to be there. Max, what about you? What are you looking forward to? Are you ready?
I think once we get there, it'll kind of click on, but I think we're just ready to start competing. I think all of the athletes here just want to get over there and start competing. Like, we're tired of, sorry to the coaches, but we're tired of trainings. We just want to start playing games. We want to get over there. We want to play some other countries and get going. Yeah.
To put it lightly, right? They're ready to just get there at this point. Eric, how are you feeling?
I feel good. I'm excited. I think we're all looking forward to, having fans in the crowd, and for me, family and friends. I think that's the most exciting part for them to experience, the Olympics and watch us compete is, I think, the best feeling for all of us.
Now, I do have to ask, volleyball, right? Has it always been volleyball for all of you? Or any other sports ever thrown into the mix?
Basketball, obviously, I think, for the height. Eric?
A little tennis, but volleyball forever.
I'm like, I don't think my height was there for volleyball.
It's been all volleyball for me.
All volleyball all the way. Now, for each of you too, did you ever think, was this always a dream of yours to be an Olympic athlete, to make it to this place from a young age?
Yeah, I think, like it was touched on earlier, every 4 years you grow up, and I think in America, the Olympics is a really exciting time to get introduced to different sports and just see athletes, the best in the world, competing on the biggest stage in the world. And I remember from a young age thinking that would be really cool to be a part of, or to earn the opportunity to compete at that stage.
What are we all looking forward to? Obviously coming out of 2020 and then 2021, the Olympics in Tokyo, the journey and the road to the Paris Olympics have looked much different. How has this entire process been leading up to right now, coming out of Tokyo? Jordan?
Yeah,
ahead, Jordan.
Okay. It's been a shortened quad. So the last Olympics took place in 2021. So it's been 3 years as opposed to normally 4. And for our team, it's been kind of an evolving road, I would say. And we are still using every single day to kind of fine-tune some things and gel more as a group so that we can enter into Paris feeling our best and think that we're ready to take on the world.
We're getting there, right? Now, Coach, what is the training process like leading up to the Olympics? I mean, and this is not just, a few weeks. This isn't a few months. I mean, this is years, right? Walk us through, for some of us who don't know, kind of what that process looks like to get to where we are right now.
Well, yeah, most people don't realize the whole country, the whole world pays attention for a few weeks every 4 years. But for example, most people here might not realize that our men's team has been based here in Anaheim since 2006. So we're close to 20 years in Anaheim. The women since 2009. And it happens every year. All of the athletes play professional seasons, and then they come and they're here from April till October, playing national team seasons, but we train just a few minutes away, and the legacy continues because in 2028, we're looking at the site for indoor volleyball at the Honda Center right there. So
How
this
incredible.
is a really long-term process that people don't necessarily get to see. They're just like, oh, the Olympics, what have you been doing the last 4 years? Well, we've been working every day, working our tails off to try to be the best in the world.
Yeah, it really is. It is a lot of hard work, right, and dedication to get to where all of you are. I guess for Max or Eric, do you have a favorite moment in your Olympic career? Maybe anything that stands out to you?
I think both of us probably have the same answer. It's winning a bronze medal in 2016. I would assume that would be your answer. Or just being my teammate probably every day. Yeah.
I do want to dive a little bit too into the Olympic experience. I mean, what is it like really being at the Olympics? I mean, you're in the Olympic Village. It kind of just becomes your entire home base for weeks on end. I mean, how is that entire experience being around, so many different countries and everyone?
I think you guys should answer this because my Olympic experience was pretty limited. Being with just in Tokyo, the pandemic, and just the parameters that we had to deal with that. So I'll let you guys speak to that.
Yeah, nor Eric is actually, I would say, had a real true Olympic experience. 2016, we were in a hotel. We decided to go into a hotel because of the traffic in Rio. So we were only in the village for 3 or 4 days. And then Tokyo obviously was basically, the COVID games. So we're looking forward to our first real full-time in the village, getting that true Olympic experience.
I know in Jordan, so last year was your first year at the Olympics. So this year is definitely going to mean a lot more, I think, going into it. And obviously having everyone here today, there's a lot to celebrate going into the Paris Olympics this year. So we're very excited for all of this too. Let's talk a little bit though too about, obstacles and overcoming challenges. Obviously this is something we face every day with life, but really as athletes too. Is there a moment, for any of you or something that you would like to share about overcoming any type of obstacle?
I had a pretty extensive knee injury in December of 2022. Tore almost everything you can think of in the knee. And so it's been a little bit of a long road back, about a year and a half. And just feel really grateful for the support. I've been here in Orange County rehabbing and training with our staff and trying to get back to a place where I can help my team be successful. And just, I guess my only piece of advice that I could give to any young athlete or anyone in life going through something hard is, you take it day by day and you surround yourself with people who love and support you, and it makes the process a lot easier to work towards a goal.
Just try and stay positive through it all as well. And I'm sure you have a great support system too between teammates, family, friends. And let's talk actually a little bit about that too. Coach, how important is it for, all of the teammates, members, everyone to really have the support from their family and their friends as athletes?
I think it's huge, and that's why I'm so excited for everybody at this Olympics, that family and all their family and friends are so excited to get to go actually enter the country and go to the venues and cheer them on. So it's going to be a much more normal Olympic experience, a different one than the last one. But these are the people that ultimately provided all the support and all the love to help these athletes get to where they are. are their family from a very early age on, and so it's utterly appropriate that they can be there, and we're so excited that family and friends can join in Paris.
I know everyone's going to be there this year. It's going to be great. I do want to talk a little bit too, obviously we're right here in Anaheim, so there's a lot happening, a lot growing that we talked about right here as well, with USA Volleyball too. But, just being here today, being here celebrating all of this, what does this mean to each one of you?
I mean, we just feel the love. It's on?
We're there, yeah. We're feeling the love.
We're just feeling the love, yeah. I mean, this is great. It's really special. It kind of kicks things into gear for us too. It's every day we're getting closer to leave, and just to have something like this and have a send off and feel support from people that we don't know is special. So thank you.
Yeah, right. No, for us right now, we are currently in the midst of our USAV Cup. So we are scrimmaging the Netherlands in Long Beach. We've had our first 2 scrimmages and have one more tomorrow at the Pyramid at 4, if anyone wants to venture down.
I'll be there.
Should be fun. We're going to honor our men's team, our women's team, and some former USA Volleyball Olympic teams, so it should be really cool. But this is special to kind of break up the cadence of that a little bit, and it's moments like this that you appreciate where you get to live and where you get to train and where you call home for part of the year. So, yeah, thank you.
And we're happy to have you all out here, of course, in Southern California. Now, Karch, I know you've obviously, had a lot of success on your journey as an Olympian. Is there any moment that kind of stands out to you in particular as, the moment or, something that's the top in your career?
As I'm thinking about it, I'm getting goosebumps, but I got to compete in 3 Olympic Games, had a lot of success. I've also got to coach a lot with this wonderful group of women and staff. And I think the most meaningful accomplishment in my volleyball career was playing a part in helping the USA women in their 13th try at the Olympic Games to win a gold medal 3 years ago. That was fantastic.
Doesn't get better, huh? Than bringing home that gold, right? Well, that's incredible. And of course, congrats on all of your success, your team's success. And of course, we wish all of you luck in Paris coming up here too. Now for, young kids, future athletes, maybe wanting to get into sports or, become an Olympic athlete one day, what would be some of your best advice? And this is kind of for each of you.
I think we get this question a lot. I think the first thing I'd always tell young athletes is to train as hard as you can. I mean, it's pretty cliche, but you got to get out there and put the work in. And then the second thing I say is, watch the best in the world, watch the Olympics, watch us train, watch how we compete. And there's a lot of value in, watching athletes compete and the kind of skill they have. And I think it's almost as important as practice itself. So practice and then watching the highest level of your sport that you can.
He hit that, huh? Yeah. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect with everything, of course. We're all going to be cheering you on, so good luck, of course, in Paris for the Olympics coming up. Coach, I do want to leave you with one final remark, though. What would you say to Team USA, to your team, going into the Olympics in Paris? Any final thoughts?
Well, to add on to what Eric had to say, for kids out there, try a lot of different things. You never know what you're going to resonate to. One of our Olympic stars, Annie Drews, was a cheerleader for a while and then figured out volleyball is my thing. So it's really important to not just focus on one sport, but find out what you resonate to. And then secondly, all of our athletes here and all of the athletes on the Olympic team, 600 some strong for the American Olympic team, have been working for years and years and years, minute by minute, hour by hour, and at some point we will all just need to trust our training and let it rip, and that's what we're going to do in Paris.
Trust all the training, right? You've been putting in the work, so We're ready to go now. Now let's talk to you just a little bit before we wrap things up about, mentorship and support systems or people you've looked up to. Jordan, do you have someone you've always idolized in the world of volleyball or anyone you've looked up to?
I can't say that there are one or two singular athletes, but I can remember watching our women's team in the 2012 Olympics competing for a gold medal in the finals against Brazil and feeling inspired by just the physicality and the competitiveness, and I feel fortunate that I, through this sport, have gotten to know some of those athletes and have been able to listen to their experiences and understand a little bit more just about the history of our program. And I feel like it adds a deeper layer and appreciation for what I get to do. We each stand on the shoulders of the people who came before us, and I hope that when I leave this program, the next generation feels the same.
Now, Eric, do you have anyone you've looked up to?
Yeah, I think the three of us are pretty excited to be sitting up here with Karch Karai, the GOAT of our sport.
Of course.
3 Olympics, 3 gold medals, 2 in indoor, 1 in beach, 1 as a coach. Speaks for itself. So, I think we're all lucky to be in the gym with him every day. He's a mentor to all of us. If we want to talk, he talks with us, talks about volleyball, talks about life, and I think that's something special that he's in the gym with us and we get to learn from him, and he's also a coach for the women. So he's the GOAT. We're up here with him, and that's it. That's all I can say.
Very well said. Same with you, Max?
Yeah, I think I have a similar answer to Jordan. I was a young boy in college and watching the 2008 team win the gold medal in Beijing kind of started the fire for me and made me realize that that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to get to that level. And so yeah, that's all I'll say. And Karch too.
And Coach, they have to leave you with that. All right, well, we're just about to wrap things up. Any final words before we let you go?
No, just thank you so much again for coming out and supporting us, and the city of Anaheim and Orange County for putting this on for us. It's cool to be a part of, and we're grateful to train here.
We're very excited. Let's give it up for all of them. Thank you so much for joining us up here. Good luck in Paris to you all. And I think before we let you go, we're going to take a picture real quick.
We can do better than that. Let's make some noise. Again, shout out to our amazing athletes. The next panel is going to start in just a few seconds. We love the vulnerability. We love, obviously, all the insight that they've been able to give. And the next conversation is going to talk about a little bit about post-Olympic, as well as just the experience of being there and winning and all those amazing things. We're going to welcome Allie Kay back up to the stage because we have more special guests that are going to join us.
I guess I left too soon. We have another panel to get to. I know we're all ready for all of this. So we were really talking about the road to the Olympics. Now we're going to talk more and dive into the Olympic experience. And I'm really excited to bring up some pretty incredible people. So if you hear your name, come on up. It means you're on the panel. Nick Itkin. Let's give it up for Nick, 2-time fencing Pan American Games gold medalist, and many, many more accolades as well. Staciana Winfield, 2000 Summer Olympics and 1999 Pan American Games gold medalist swimmer. Miles Chamley-Watson, 13-time Pan American champion, 2-time Olympian, and 2016 Team Olympic bronze medalist in fencing. And last but not least, Brian Goodell, 2-time Olympic swimming champion and current City of Mission Viejo council member. Welcome, everyone. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
We're on. We're doing great, you guys. Well, welcome. I'm so excited to be up here with all of you, and thanks for joining us,
Hello.
Nick, Staceyana, Brian, and Miles. So we're going to dive deep into kind of the Olympic experience. You know, you guys have a lot of experience with the Olympic Games, and we're going to talk a little bit about what that entails, you know, and what goes into it, some of your favorite moments, and what we're looking forward to, you know, going to Paris soon, too, as well. So there is a lot happening, in this world. So I guess first and foremost, I mean, what does it mean ultimately, really, to represent your country at the Olympic Games? What does this mean to you, Nick?
I mean, it's a dream of mine since I was a little kid. I remember watching the Olympics when I was like, 8, 9 years old, looking up to all the fencers, looking up to Miles fencing. And yeah, that was just like something that I dreamed of for me and my family. And then when the dream comes true, like it's kind of surreal. And then when you're there, you realize like that pressure is like next level that you can't really replicate.
Probably doesn't compare to anything else, The energy and everything. Staceyana, 2000, right, was when you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
So I was a swimmer, and in 2000 it was in Sydney, Australia, and swimming there is like the thing. And so it was a blast to be there as a swimmer, and I felt like I was like the coolest person ever, which was pretty silly, because swimming was not cool at that point. And I think just being in Sydney and representing the United States and hearing the Star Spangled Banner, like it like imprinted on me. You know, every time I hear it, I just like stand and take a minute and realize like how special it is to represent your country.
Miles, what about you? Your first Olympic experience?
My first one I'm actually born in London, so my first one was in London, so that was pretty special. You know, everybody got to see me, my friends, family, and then, obviously get to see other athletes, I saw these guys get the bronze in 2016, which was, pretty cool. So it's also inspiring to just be around, good talent and just, enjoy the experience as well.
Brian, what about you? What's your favorite part of all of this?
Well, I think that representing your country is really special, and it's something that is hard to describe. For me, I know that standing on the podium and winning a medal and hearing the national anthem, see our American flag waving there, was something that I was transfixed. And now whenever I hear the national anthem, when I stand for it or whatever, I just kind of close my eyes and go back to that moment and feel that presence in that place, the energy in the room, the pride that I feel, and the gratitude I have for being able to live the life that I have.
Absolutely. Very well said as well. Now, obviously, there's a lot of preparation, right, that goes into the Olympics. Nick and Miles, how's everything going for you? You're heading to Paris soon.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a long last 3 years of World Championships, so many World Cups, so we're just excited to get out there. I mean, we're ready. It's just, being healthy and a little fine-tuning, but we're ready to go.
We're there, right? I know. It's all the years of preparation leading up to right now. Miles, how are you feeling? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I think, just like he said, we've been training. I'm sick of it. Like, I see him every day. So I'm like, okay, let's get out there and, hopefully we can come back and make some history. So, yeah.
Staceyana, I want to talk a little bit too, just about overcoming obstacles, and kind of through the entire Olympic process, or even being an athlete in general. And would love to hear a little bit of your story too.
Yeah, sure. So leading up to the Olympics, I was top 5 in the country, and I finished second in my event to make it onto the team. And I'd visualized every day to make the team, and I was like, I did it. This is awesome. And then I got there, and I was like, ooh, I haven't even thought about this part, and I was just like, it was like a party. I got to go to the opening ceremonies and be a part of something so special around all the community of athletes. And then when it came to race, I was like a little bit, actually very scared, very, very scared. And I didn't do well individually. And luckily I was able to be on a relay and kind of, earn that spot back and participate, and I was really proud of that. But it was hard because the first thing when you get back is someone asks, well, did you win? Did you get a gold medal? And it's like, I can say, yes, I did, but it's hard to carry that weight, right? Because just being an Olympian, getting to that point for the United States is very challenging, and to get there is such an honor.
And I really believe that. I would love to share my favorite story of the Olympics. Is that okay?
Yeah,
So
please.
my favorite story of the Olympics in Sydney in 2000 is the story about Eric the eel. And he was a swimmer from Papua New Guinea. He did not have a coach. He'd never swam in a competition before. He didn't even have a racing suit or goggles. But he was able to represent his country because he was the only swimmer from his country. And he ended up signing up for the 100 freestyle. And I don't know why he didn't do the 50, but he signed up for the 100, which is back and forth in the, the Olympic pool. And he was on the blocks with two other swimmers in like the prelims, the first race of the morning, and he didn't know how to start. And so the other two guys got down and they were all excited and they false started because he didn't get down and the officials didn't say, hit the beep. So now they're disqualified and Eric is on the blocks by himself. And the official walks up and is like, hey, Eric, like when, we say take your marks, you got to get down. And when you hear the beep, you got to go. And he's like, okay, I got it, right? And 17,000 people in the stands are like, what is going on? And so he ends up swimming the race. And about halfway through, everyone gets on their feet because they realize like he needs help because he's pretty much vertical and he looks like he's drowning. And he makes it to the end and it erupted. I mean, it was louder than any world record, any gold medal won. And to me, that represents what the Olympics is about. This person really reaching their potential that day and inspiring everyone else to do what they could at their best. And, the medals come and go, but if you reach that in yourself and you have that confidence, I think it's such a life lesson to anyone. Find your passion and go for it.
Yeah, that's an incredible story. That's a great story. I don't think I've heard that before from you. So thank you for sharing that. It is. It's all about community, right? The Olympics is about bringing everyone together. So yeah, that's just a great example of truly what this is all about. Brian, so we're going to talk a little bit about, what we're doing now, right? So you go from, being a swimmer into city council. How did this come about?
Well, I got involved in local politics in my community many years ago, and I was recruited to run for council seat because there was some controversy in the council at the time, and I was able to come on board and kind of eliminate someone who was really a problem for the community from that council. And so anyhow, I've been there now on the council for 8 years. I've served as mayor twice during the 2 years during that 8-year process so far. And I really enjoy giving back to my community. In Mission Viejo, we have a very strong Olympic tradition as well, as Anaheim does. And we had the Olympic road race there in 1984. We've had dozens of Olympians and Olympic champions from our swimming and diving program and other sports as well. Many athletes. So I've led an initiative there for the last 8 years to market Mission Viejo to the National Olympic Committees. And I'm going to Paris. I'm proud to say I'm going to Paris to meet with the Netherlands delegation and sign a deal to make Mission Viejo their home base for 2028. So they're coming to Mission Viejo as soon as Paris is over. Their focus turns onto Los Angeles, and they're coming. We're going to all get to see a lot of great athletics and sports going on over the next 4 years here in our local community, and I encourage you all to support them. But we'll have them in Mission Viejo, and we'll have a lot of events, and we'll hope you all come and enjoy that and participate with us. Thank you.
That's absolutely incredible. And yeah, thank you for all your work you're continuing to do and bringing more sports right here to Orange County. Of course, we love that. Now going into the Olympics, we're coming up here soon. What are you two, looking forward to, I guess, as far as, do you get time to spend with your teammates, or is it just, strictly that's it, Olympics and that's it?
Well, last one, I never had like a full experience because I only had the Tokyo Olympics because we were, I was in quarantine for a little bit because I was sitting someone who had Corona, and then I didn't really get to see any sports. So I heard so many crazy stories from all my teammates, and I want to actually live it this time,
You get to enjoy some things this time, right? Yeah. So this will be your first Olympics was Tokyo, now going into Paris. So this is, definitely a big deal. So enjoy the energy, enjoy the ride. It's going to be great. Staceyana, let's talk a little bit too about, what comes after, the Olympics,
Yeah, I would love to. So I'm, 20 years post, or 24 actually. Wow, it's 2024. Yes, it is. And I teach full time at a private school, St. Margaret's, in Episcopal School in San Juan Capistrano. I teach physiology, health, and PE, which is like the dream job. I don't have to grade. I just tell kids to move, which is awesome. Super passionate about that. And then I am actually coming out with a book in 1 month. I'm so excited, and it's healing from grief and trauma because I've had a lot of adversity in my life, and it's kind of an origin story, and then it goes into the Olympics and all the things that happened there that were amazing and hard, and then everything beyond. So I'm really excited. I think it's the most energetic shift I felt positive besides being an Olympian was becoming an author, and I'm really looking forward to that. So look out for it.
Congratulations on all of that. And not to mention, this happened all, can I say this, within a few months.
Actually, what's so cool was I was on a panel with you. Anaheim Ducks hosted the Women in Sports event in April, and I'd had a book in my head for a really long time, and someone on the panel, Danielle McDonough, had a book, and she brought it and was like, here's my book. And I'm like, I need to pick your brain. Like, how did you do this? Because I have a book, and I don't know how to do it. And she mentored me and helped me out, and I just kind of charged full force, and my husband thankfully drove while I wrote, and just, all the time, just kept going.
I know, I was going to say, the last time I saw you, which was probably March, I was like, this book was not a thing, and now all of a sudden it is. So congratulations on all of your success, and continuing to use your platform, of course, for the better. We're so excited for that.
Thank you.
And congratulations, such a big deal. Nick and Miles, I mean, what else? You obviously you have fencing, but is there anything else outside of fencing that you're passionate about?
A little bit in fashion here and there. But yeah, obviously, fencing's still considered a niche sport, so definitely one of my goals is to take it, mainstream. So we got some things that we're kind of working on that we'll expose the next, 2 to 3 years or so. But I don't really know what's next or what up, but I think we're going to go to LA 2028. So.
Focusing on Paris for now, right? Yeah. Paris for now.
Exactly.
But speaking of fencing too, I'm glad you brought that up because it is such a niche sport. I mean, how did you both get into fencing? How did you find yourself in this sport? I wouldn't know what I was doing.
His story's completely different from mine.
So my dad's actually a coach. He coaches me and Miles. So my parents are from Ukraine, and my dad used to fence for Ukraine back in the day. And then he came here and started coaching and opened up a club. And when I was like a little kid, he's already started coaching me when I was just growing up. And then I didn't know if I wanted to do it. I played every sport in the world. I'm naturally just love playing any sport. And then I realized okay, I actually am pretty good at this one. So I kind of fell in love with it really young, and I've been going ever since. And Miles has a completely different story of how he started fencing. But like we said, fencing is not a very well-known sport in the U.S. So Miles is doing a great job of growing the sport, and that's just one of our goals as a fencer is just to make sure it's get some more respect about the sport.
I got into fencing as punishment, so I was a bad kid growing up. So it was offered from 3 to 4:30 to just okay, I gotta pick up. It was tennis, fencing, and badminton. I was swords are fun, whatever. And I was I can quote unquote stab people and not get in trouble. This is amazing. And then I was pretty good at it first, and then I had one of those moments where okay, I'm good at this, so let's take it to the next level. So yeah, my story is way different from Nick's, but. So if I never got into trouble, I've never got out of trouble. So.
Just a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
And for Staceyana and also you too, Brian, what was it about swimming that drew you to the world of swimming?
Swimming for me, I swam before I walked. I love being underwater. I think I originally was probably a fish or a dolphin or a mermaid in a past life. I dream about being underwater, and so for me, that's my happy place. And I actually wasn't a great swimmer at all. It took me a long, long time to, I started when I was 6, and I didn't actually get a decent time until I was about 13, 14. So many, many years of just swimming for fun and being with my teammates. And I couldn't really do anything else. I'm terrible on land. I'm better now that I do yoga. I have more body control, but at the time I was terrible. And I really just loved being in the water. And then my sister is my mentor. She was 3 years older than me, and I would chase her, and I would try and beat her, and she was kind of my inspiration to go faster. And then, like you guys said, just watching elite athletes swim. I came actually to Irvine Novas. Grew up in San Diego, came to Irvine Novas when I was 16 because Amanda Beard had qualified for the Olympics, and I watched her, and we were the same age, and we swam the same stroke, and I was like, yeah, I want to beat Amanda Beard. Like, let's do this, you know? And so first week of practice, I'm like, oh my God, Amanda Beard, you're so awesome, we're swimming together. And she's like, stop calling me Amanda Beard. My name's Amanda. So, but just seeing and being inspired by her and her story and realizing that she's normal like me, and if she can do it, I can do it. And you start this faith and belief that you can do it.
Brian?
I started out a little different. I was terrified of the water. When I was a little kid, I had fallen in a pool playing on the edge with my cousin at a family reunion in Fresno and thought I was going to die. An older cousin fished me out. But anyhow, from that point on, I was pretty terrified until I was 6 and had lessons. We lived in Walnut Creek, and I learned to swim there and swam on this club because that's what everyone in the neighborhood did in the summer. It was so hot. And I won the county championship for 6 and under 25-yard freestyle. So, you know, I was like, woo, okay, I'm good at something. So anyhow, I continued on with it. And when I was in junior high school, Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals in the Munich Olympics in 1972. And I watched every minute of broadcast of that whole Olympics. But that inspired me so much that I decided I wanted to do that. And my coach said, if you really are serious about that, I'll put a plan together to get you into the next Olympics. And I made it to the next Olympics in '76 as a 17-year-old before my senior year of high school. And I won the 400-meter and the 1,500-meter freestyle gold medals in Montreal. So one thing that somebody said, I think it was Staceyana, said you kind of got nervous before that first race. I was petrified before my first race in the 1,500 finals. And I was laying on a rub-down table with one of my coaches giving me a massage, and I was shaking so badly that he didn't know if I was going to be able to get up and walk out to the starting blocks. So, and I swam that race so scared, and I woke up kind of at 1,100 meters into the race. I only had 400, a quarter mile left to go, and I was 2 body lengths behind the leader, an Australian guy named Stephen Holland, and a body length behind my teammate, Bobby Hackett. And I immediately flashed on the awards ceremony, which I had visualized every day in my mind. And this time I wasn't winning the gold, I was winning the bronze. And every fiber of my being said, no way. And that's when I started moving. And the last 400 was so incredibly fast, it was 3:56. That it would have won the gold medal in the previous Olympics for the 400 meters by over 4 seconds. So when I walked out for the next race 2 days later, the 400 free, it was a completely different experience. I was already the Olympic champion. I didn't have anything to fear, and it was like flipping a switch in my mind, just like a light switch on the wall. And it was a completely different experience for me. I went out, I won the race, I won the gold medal, and I expected to do it, and it was cool. You know, it was very cool. And I guess that's a little bit of advice to all of you going to Paris right now. You got to flip that switch. You've done your training, you've done what you need to do. Now you just have to trust it, as Karch said. You got to trust it and just let it happen and make it happen. So anyhow, that's my story. Thank you.
Incredible story. Yeah, thank you for sharing all of that. And you did touch actually on nerves, which I feel like that's always something that crosses my mind, you know, being in front of so many people, right? Doing your skill. I mean, how do you both, with the world of fencing, getting ready to compete or for a tournament, how do you deal with nerves?
I don't know why, but I actually fence a lot more comfortably when there's a big crowd. I feel like when there's like less noise and it's like a smaller event, like for some reason I'm way more uptight. And normally in general it just takes me like 1 or 2 bouts to like get my rhythm. In the beginning I'm typically can be pretty nervous, but once I get my rhythm and I hear the crowd, like I kind of like enter some kind of specific zone, which like I'm just super free, and that's like the best feeling in the world.
You feed off the energy of the crowd, right? That's why they're there. So I know this year in Paris, you're probably gonna love that.
Absolutely.
Miles, what about you?
I don't really get too nervous.
I was like, do you get nervous?
I mean,
he
yeah,
doesn't,
of
he doesn't
course.
look like he does.
No, definitely. I used to have like superstitions before, like, but now, no. I mean, I've been doing it for so long. It's my third Olympics, so just kind of enjoy the process, not think too much, and whatever will happen. And I worked hard for this, so if just kind of I wouldn't say I get too nervous actually.
He's just ready to compete. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I just want to go out there and stab some people, the legal way. Yeah.
He's in his sport, in your element with fencing, right? Before we wrap things up, I do want to just take a moment too for you to all kind of leave a piece of advice with everyone. Whether they're future athletes, aspiring to be a part of the Olympic Games. I mean, what would be your best piece of advice?
I just read this incredible book by Owen Eastwood called Belonging, and it talks about the power of community. And I think as a swimmer, especially when I was competing, I was so singular focused on myself. And I think as an athlete, especially in individual sport, I think that's easy to do. But there's so much power in community and the people around you. And I think to go, whatever you're doing, whether it's going to the Olympics or just tapping into the people around you and enjoying it, being present and in the flow and free, is when you perform your best. And I think we perform better together than by ourselves. So figuring that out and enjoying the moment is probably, that's all we got.
Yeah, I'd say just be sure to, for the athletes going to Paris, be sure to take it all in. There's a lot of comments about not really having that village experience or whatever. Enjoy it, and it's going to be awesome. You're going to have a great time, and just make sure you take care of yourself, you take care of business, but reach out, touch the world. In that group, it's really a special time, a special place. And what Stasiana just said is about the community. It's as a city councilman in my town and everything, it really is all about community. It's about what we do to make everyone's lives better. At least everyone who wants to have a better life. Not everybody wants to be better, but most people really do, and it's really all about that. So, I find that if you do the right thing, usually things turn out pretty good. So, just participate with other people, and and care about them, love them, and together we can all get a lot of great stuff done. Thank you.
Absolutely incredible advice, and I think that is a great place to kind of wrap things up. Before we go, does anyone have any final words before Paris, right?
Watch the TV this summer. We need all your support.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you all so much, and good luck in Paris. Enjoy everything. Thank you so much for being here, Stasiana. Good luck on all of your future endeavors as well. Let's give it up for our panelists, everyone.
All right, let's make some noise for these amazing panelists. Our host, Allie K. So amazing. All right, we could do better than that. They're walking out, guys. Let's make some noise. We are sending them off to the Paris Games, which is just unbelievable for them to come experience that. So again, thank you to all of our amazing panelists. From our first panel, Karch Kurai, Jordan Poulter, Max Holt, Eric Shoji, Miles Chamley-Watson, Stasiana Winfield, Nick Itkin, as well as Brian Goodell. So again, big thank you to all of our panelists that were here. A big round of applause for Wild Wing as well. Wild Wing has 4 little gifts right here, so you guys got to get really loud because he wants to throw these out for you guys, but you guys got to get hyped. We want to definitely give a shout out again. This is our Olympic send-off to our amazing athletes that we have here. All right, we have two more. Let's see. Get loud. We got Wussy Wild Wing. Let's see. To the baby. We love it. Now, Wild Wing's going to hang out for a couple more minutes. As soon as this is over, he's going to be at that step and repeat right to your right-hand side for you guys to take photos with our amazing mascot here. You can also see him at Anaheim Ducks games. So again, thank you everyone that came out today. Shout out to Allie K. Shout out to the Orange County Sports Commission. I've been your host, Elisa Hernandez. And I do want to again thank our amazing sponsors, the official partner of the Olympics, NBC Universal, the City of Anaheim, OC Vibe, the Anaheim Mayor, Ashley Aiken, Anaheim City Council member, Natalie Meeks, the Cox Communications, Orange County YMCA, and Repair Sports. So again, shout out to all of our amazing sponsors, shout out to all of you for coming, and shout out to our amazing Olympic athletes for spending the morning with us. So again, Wild Wing is in the back. You guys can take pictures, get your selfies on, and all the amazing stuff. And again, thank you so much for coming to the Olympic Center.